Act on the people who now have to let them go.
Call your dog. Come on. Good job.
Because in my life, I've owned a lot of dogs, but I never had any dogs that behaved.
For 6 weeks now, Freeland Correctional Facility has been home to these 6 shelter dogs. Inmates like John Jackson have worked day in and day out to teach them obedience, discipline, and love. They, too, have worked diligently, learning to become certified handlers.
So you walk up, sit. Once the dog sits, that's it.
Now is the time to find out if that hard work paid off. It's test day.
We're kind of like their last chance, and so far we've had 3 dogs, and we've placed all 3 of our dogs. They've all went to good homes, you know. So
finding these dogs a good home, it shouldn't be all that hard, right? Well, as you've likely noticed, most of all the Iron Paws dogs are pit bulls or a mix. According to SaveABullRescue.org, only 1 in 600 pit bulls will find a forever home. Across the board, research by the National Council on Pet Population Study and Policy shows 96% of dogs that end up in shelters after being given up by their owners have no obedience training at all. Officer Joaquin Guerrero says it's crucial that the dog is bred properly too, which often doesn't happen with bully breeds. Think of it like raising your children. If you instill discipline in them, they're more likely to be seen as adoptable pets.
In the 60s, the 50s, 60s, it was Shepherds. 70s, it was Dobermans. Then the 80s were Rottweilers. And what's happening, these people are not being educated.
So, Officer Joaquin Guerrero is their voice.
You can't blame it on the breed. You got to blame it on the dog itself. How was that dog treated?
And these particular dogs have been treated pretty well, even in prison.
it brings people together that would never even communicate. They'll baby talk to a dog, which you don't see tattooed convicts baby talking dogs very often, you know, but you do because it's a dog, and people that are dog people just love dogs.
Okay, we're going to add in the distractions. Circle right, circle left.
Handlers should be doing the corrections, should be stepping off either with left foot or right foot, giving the hand signals.
But none of these guys plan to be getting marked down today. They've put everything they have into these dogs.
Daily, every day we're training them. Even when we're out just walking the yard with them, we're giving them commands and stuff.
You're going to command your dog to stay?
Stay.
So that discipline helps you?
Oh, it helps tremendously. It's changed my whole outlook. Plus, it's real nice to have someone that needs you. You know?
And they need the dogs, too.
Everybody passed. Good job.
Although there isn't a cake, a celebration, or a party in prison on graduation day, there is a lot of smiles, a certificate, and a pretty proud teacher.
You should be proud of yourselves, man, because this is a lot of work. It's not easy training dogs.
But the day is bittersweet. After spending 6 weeks with them, 24 hours a day, 3 of the 6 dogs have already been adopted. They'll leave soon for their new homes.
You get a little misty, you know, you don't want to see them go, but you're glad when they get a forever home, you know, because nobody wants to live in prison.
Many of these men learn what it's like to feel real loss, sadness, and sacrifice. For some, the same feelings they inflicted on others.
They know now what that person may have gone through, what they did to them.
And for Guerrero, the retired police officer who used to be responsible for putting these prisoners in here, his work is celebrated.
That is cool. Awesome. Thank you. Guys, thank you. This means a lot. You don't know how much it means. Oh, well, can't wait to hang that on my truck. Right in my mirror sitting there.
I mean, he's got a great program. The guy really knows what he's doing.
So why does he do it? Why is he helping the men who so many fear, fail to forgive, and turn their backs on?
Because they're still a human being, and people can change. And that, yes, they're in there, and yes, they've done wrong, but that still doesn't not make them a human being, and that does not still make them that they cannot change. And anybody can change. It's if they want to.
With this I-Team report, Sarah Simnich, WNEM TV 5.